Time is 11 o'clock, and it's time now for the Beer Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, August 9th, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock, and on top 3 on Beer Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night is Trump's threat to North Korea was improvised. Hurricane Franklin is the first in Atlantic this year, as it's now become the busiest hurricane season in Atlantic since 2010. An alert drivers step up in the 2-day minute in Missouri for an alleged cop killer. Cuba says investigating incidents concerning U.S. diplomats in Havana. An armed Russian Air Force jet overflies the Pentagon, Capitol, and CIA. FBI conducted pre-dawn raid of former Trump campaign chairman Manafort's home. North Korea threatens unsettled Guam Islanders. Mitch McConnell's expressive of excessive expectations comment Trump's hire. Trump like unfavorable chicken protest president across the United States is now in the White House. 5 transgender service members sue Trump over military ban. Baby abandoned by mom survives 3 days in a plastic bag. 21st Century Fox expects sky approval in 2018. Tesla's Lexus is reporting that nominants and could move in platoons. Walmart has apologized for a display seen to market guns as back-to-school items. Contentious memo strikes nervous inside Google and out. Everything discovered a 30 million year old ape skull with shown that human ancestors may have looked like. Earliest known wing mammal whale discovered in China. Pioneering type 1 diabetes therapy safe. Collector cancel death rate rises among young adults. Doctors received more than $46 million from drug companies marketing opioids. President's Moscow Mule Cups are under fire. Here's Children's time is 11:02, and it's time now for New England Insular Reports. It's an Amber Alert. Worcester police are asking for help for the public in locating a 3-year-old girl. Worcester police are searching for a 3-year-old Ella Abbott of Worcester. She is described as a light-skinned black female, last seen wearing a white and pink polka dot shirt. The total is believed to be with her mother, Leanne Robert Rickite. She is described as a white female, approximately 5'11", large build, dirty blonde hair, and blue eyes. The vehicle that she is possibly traveling is described as a blue 2007 Hyundai Sonata with Massachusetts plates 4PG367. Anyone with information on whether the mother or child maybe has us call 911 immediately and expecting everyone in the Worcester area and the Auburn, Massachusetts area to be on alert because she is from the Auburn area in Massachusetts. So hope this child is safe. Peter Children's time is at 11:03 on this late Wednesday night. It's time now for traffic and transit report. Beep! Let's study off on the MTA where it's looking good on the rails, the commuter rail, and the subway, and the ferries. And now we'll look at traffic on the highways and byways. 495 at the northbound side, a little slow after 95 in Mansfield to Route 1 in Plainville. 290 on the eastbound side, little slow for the Shrewsbury stretch. 91 at the northbound side, little slow north at Route 9 in Meriden. 95 at the southbound side, slow between New Haven and West Haven. And 495 on the southbound side, it's slow from north down the Andover stretch. And 95 on the northbound side, it's a little slow after the main trip back in Augusta. But looking good in highways and byways at the 6-8 region and 395 eastbound side, little slow after 95 in Bangor, Maine. Peter Children's time is 11:04 on this late Wednesday night. It's time now for a weather report, and turned out to be a beautiful day and expecting another beauty tomorrow. Meanwhile, looking at radar, and it shows a blob of rain showers from Northampton stretching over to Shelburne Falls and East Shelburne and Bernardston and Wendell and Shutesbury. And heavy band of rain showers and storms from Mills Falls down to Montague and Knoxville just east of Greenfield. And it's going to be headed toward the West Royalston and Petersham area in the next couple of minutes. Meanwhile, out in the tropics, the latest on Hurricane Franklin. Now it's 11 p.m. advisory on Franklin. Justin, it's Hurricane Franklin expected to make landfall in the next several hours, accompanied by torrential rains. Hurricane warning is effective for the coast of Mexico from Puerto de Veracruz to Cabo Rojo. Hurricane watch effect for the coast of Mexico north of Cabo Rojo to the Rio Panaco. A tropical warning is in effect for the coast of Mexico south of Puerto de Veracruz to Puerto de los Pocos and the coast of Mexico north of Cabo Rio to the Baguada del Toro. A hurricane warning means that the hurricane conditions are expected to somewhere within the water area, purpose to protect life and property should be restored to completion. A hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the water area, and the tropical warning means that tropical conditions are expected somewhere within the water area, and for storm information to specific area, please monitor the product station by the National Meteorological Service. At 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the Central Hurricane Franklin was located in latitude 20.2 to the north, longitude 96.1 on the west. Franklin is moving toward the west near 30 miles an hour. This general motion is expected to continue during the next day or so. On the forecast track, the center of Franklin is expected across the coast of the Mexican state of Veracruz in the next several hours. Data from a frost reconnaissance plane indicates that the Mexican state winds are near 85 miles an hour gusts. Some fluctuations in intensity are likely before landfall, but the hurricane should weaken rapidly as it moves forward inland. Hurricane force winds extend up over 35 miles from the center, and tropical force winds extend out over 150 miles. Lafayette, Veracruz reported wind gusts of 45 miles an hour. The minimum center pressure recently estimated at Air Force plane was 95 millibars and 21.9 inches. Rainfall total of 48 inches outside maximum amounts of 15 inches are possible across the Mexican states of Tabasco, Nova Veracruz, Nova Puebla, South Hidalgo, Querétaro, and eastern San Luis Potosi and eastern Mexico. These rains will be capable of producing life-threatening flash floods and landslides. Hurricane conditions are expected to reach a coast within the hurricane warning area in the next few hours. Preparation to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. Tropical conditions are expected to be across portions of the tropical warning area along the southern shore of the Bay of Campeche by tonight and early to Thursday. Hurricane conditions are possible within the hurricane watcher in the several hours. Tropical conditions are expected within the tropical warning area in eastern Mexico in the next several hours. A dangerous storm surge will reach water levels by a match is 4 to 6 feet above normal tide levels along the Mia coast near to the north of where the center makes a landfall in the hurricane warning area. Near the coast, the surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves. Next, okay, we have another tropical system. A trail low pressure over the Bahamas continues to produce stiff shower activity. Although development appears unlikely, the system could bring areas of heavy rain to portions of the Bahamas and Florida during the next day or two. Formation chance for hours, low 10% formation chance for 5 days, low 10% and showers and thunderstorms are disturbance number 1. Australia with a total low pressure is only about 250 miles east northeast of the Northern Leeward Islands and become a little bit organized during the afternoon in this environment. Its forecast become more conductive development by the weekend while the trough moves northwestward over the western Atlantic. Formation chance fires low 20%, formation chance 5 days. Medium 50%. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, overnight tonight, most of the coast about 60 degrees calm wind. For Thursday, patch about before 9 a.m. west, most of the about 84 degrees calm wind coming in 7.6 miles an hour. In the afternoon, for Thursday night, patch up the park clouds about 57 degrees. South about 6 miles coming in the evening. For Friday, patch about before 9 a.m. west. Put most of the skies about 80 degrees calm wind coming southeast wind 5 to 7 miles in the afternoon. For Friday night, check your showers being after midnight. Most skies about 60 degrees southeast about 6 miles coming in the evening. Chest patient 30%. Saturday, check showers and thunderstorms. Most skies about 67 about 62 degrees. Chest patient 30%. For Sunday, put the center of the most skies about 81 about 62 degrees. Monday, chest showers after a.m. Put the center of the most skies about 78 about 61 degrees. Chest patient 35%. Tuesday, put the center of the most skies about 78 about 60 degrees. And for Wednesday, most skies about 77 degrees. Currently in Taunton, it's Fahrenheit 65 and Dalton, it's Fahrenheit 65 and Mansfield's Fahrenheit 64. That's me for the Peter channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday, August 9th, 2017. I'm PJ with you. Have a good night with a good 5 days, and then I'll see you tomorrow morning in the morning. Hope you all have a good night.